Good morning, happy time zone, Speedrun Ragnarok 2021. This is Panda Rag and Dave, and we are back now for a run of Ultima II Revenge of the Enchantress by organMike. We are supporting Take This with this wonderful marathon. Please check out the links in chat, exclamation point donate, exclamation point Discord, and we will get this run on the road. Mike, take it away.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, I am organMike. This is my first ever marathon run at 4:30 in the morning on Thanksgiving Day, so it's nice to see you all. Thank you, Scribbins. I have chat open so I can see it. This is the opening screen of Ultima II. I can stop it by pressing the escape key. Before we get going, I need to create a new character. If I don't, the game won't start. And hopefully I remembered to blank the old disk. Yes, I did. So we've got 6 stats we need to deal with. They will be strength, which will start at 14, agility at 36, and the rest at 10 because they're not important in any way, shape, or form. And because of early 80s gender stereotypes, the character must be male. Watch the strength go up when I do that. The character's race will be elf. That will give me some agility. And fighter is the type. That will give me more strength. That gives us 34 and 41. Those are the numbers we want. And Dave, I need a name.
The name we have for you is Daltaya. It's capital D-A-L-T-A-Y-A.
D-A-L-T-A-Y-A. Unfortunately, it's all capital letters. So, congratulations, Daltaya, you are being shouted. All right. Finally, we need to confirm that this character is satisfactory, and this commits them to disk. If I were to try and create a new character, the game would hang. This is a very well-designed game. All right, so let's get this thing going. I can talk a lot about it on the process. There we go. It's copyright 1983. That was my question from earlier. All right. Play a game of Ultima II. This is the PC port. The original was for the Apple II. And I think that's about all I got to say about the beginning of it before we get going. So, if we are ready, I will count down from 5. And the moment I hit that P button, the game will begin. Oh, I do have to do one more thing. If I press Control and S, it mutes the sound. Sound causes a lot of slowdown in these games, so we don't use it. So here we go. I will count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. So this is Ultima II. This takes place on Earth, on a time-warped version of Earth. In fact, on several time-warped versions of Earth. The backstory is, in Ultima I, you defeated the Dark Lord Mondain, and his apprentice was not happy about this. We're going to steal some weapons. I did not get the weapon I wanted. Come on, there we go. Come on, there. This is an RNG-heavy opening. I've stolen how many now? 6 times and didn't get the one I wanted? Don't show up, guards. Don't. Oh, there. Okay, got to restart. That's okay. The game automatically saves when I enter a town. So I just have to restart from there, and away we go. I do need a light sword or a phaser to start. So this is the reset heavy portion of the run. Of course, if this were personal best attempt, I would just have reset and created a new character, which is a pain in the neck. But it's something that has to be done sometimes. Oh, come on. I'm amazed at how it knows that I'm trying to play for the internet. I don't know how Richard Garriott did it, but in 1983, he managed to program in some sort of detection algorithm for OBS, a program which, of course, would not exist for many years following. So there it is, light sword ready. Okay. I would like a phaser. I'm going to have to buy one later, but that's okay. This is a marathon. I'm not going to stand on ceremony. Now, this poor thief. This guy's going to get killed a lot. This is the thief grind. So, when I kill an enemy, well, or in this case, a friendly NPC, it will give me a random amount of gold and experience. That random amount of gold is between 1 and 17, and the experience is completely irrelevant, so I have no idea. I've never paid any attention to experience. It means nothing. What I want is lots of 17s and very few 1s. That would make sense, because this is a gold grind. What I'm looking for is the number 1,658. Before, we used to do our entire gold grind here, and that meant, and I kid you not, killing this thief 300 times. to get the money we needed to complete the game. When the thief is too close to the guard like that, I will go running over here and I will steal some food. Because if the food, which you might have noticed has been continually decreasing, I got caught. If the food hits 0, it's the same thing as if hit points hit 0. That's it. Game over. Instantly. There is no starvation state. You're just done. So I have to keep an eye on that food, at least enough to make sure I've got enough food. That's too close. Enough food to complete the run. So guards, those big bulky things there, the one I just ran past. Guards are a pain in the neck, like for anyone, but the police do not like me stabbing the other residents of the town, so they do tend to come after me when that happens. Guards are in an interesting NPC state in that they don't attack you automatically, obviously, but the minute the town goes on alert, the guards will all turn and start to attack. What on alert means is one of two things has happened. I have been caught trying to steal, or I have successfully landed a hit on an NPC. It doesn't matter if that NPC attacked me first. What matters is that I land a hit. So as soon as I land a hit, all the guards turn and start coming after me. And you'll notice they can move diagonally. I can't. I'm stuck moving in the orthogonal directions. They will beeline towards me as fast as they can. They can move and attack diagonally. This may strike you as fundamentally unfair. Ultima II does not care. Fundamentally unfair or not, it will still do it. In fact, there's a lot about this game that's fundamentally unfair. But that's okay. People like to rag on Ultima 9, on Ultima Ascension, the last game of the series, because it was rushed out, it was clunky, it was buggy and broken, and doesn't work very well. I like to point out that this game is working as intended. So I'm not sure which is worse. So anyway, back to this guy, this poor thief. Every time I kill him, he's giving me not just money, but a random item. Guard is too close. A random item which I can use, or most of the time not use. I'm looking for specific items. You'll get to see the list of items later when I go to my status screen to make sure I've got the ones I need. But I am in need of 1 blue tassel. I am in need of 1 ankh, 1 skull key, 1 brass button, 7, ideally, strange coins. I can make do with less, but 7 is what I want, and 6 trilithiums. So, those items all have their various uses. Blue tassels mean I can get on a boat. Can't get on a boat if I don't have a blue tassel, and a boat is the fastest way to get from one place to the next, and the fastest way to kill guards. More on that later. We need a skull key to get into an airplane, because that's a thing we are going to be doing, and we need a brass button to cause a plane to take off. Otherwise, we're just taxiing, which is not particularly useful. What else did I need? I need an ankh. An ankh allows me to get into a space shuttle, because that is also a thing we are going to be doing, and trilithiums allow that space shuttle to fly to other planets. 6 trilithiums are necessary because we need 1 trilithium to launch and 1 trilithium to travel through space. I just attacked that thief, missed it 7 times, and got a single piece of gold for it. What a waste of my time. Trilithiums let me launch and travel to other planets. These are things that need to be done because this is Ultima II and it does not care about sense or continuity. And the strange coins. Strange coins let me use the negate time function, which is not particularly effective in this game. All it does is cause all hostile NPCs, wherever you are, to freeze in place. It doesn't stop them from attacking if you walk too close to them. It just causes them to stop moving. This has a lot of uses, as you might imagine, but it's not as effective as you might like. Also, I happen to know, and Dave, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I happen to know that the incentive for killing Lord British was met.
That is correct. Lord British must die.
Twice, in fact. Ooh, I got lucky there. That guard got too close to me. So I'm going to kill Lord British twice, but that's not going to affect this part of the run. That will affect my grind a little bit later. Multiple grinds. Isn't it exciting? We have currently the 1,508 gold necessary to buy a reflect suit, which is a suit of armor which will allow us to survive the decompressive effects of flying to outer space, because that is a thing we will be doing. And I'm looking for another 150 on top of that. Again, the number is 1658. To get some more hit points, because in order to get hit points, we have to bribe Lord British. Okay, let me check my stat screen. I have enough trilithiums, I have enough strains, I've got everything else I need. Perfect. All of those other items you see down there are basically useless. Some of them have defensive effects. Some of them, like staffs and wands, are things that would be useful for casting spells if I were going to cast spells, but I'm not going to cast spells. So we will buy a reflect suit. We will wear the reflect suit. That is a mistake I have made in past runs. The reflect suit is also armor, so it reduces the chance of enemies hitting me from 50-50 to 3 and 16, I think. Anyway, I just walked through a time door, and now I'm in the modern era. I'm talking to Lord British 3 times to get my hit points up to 1,300. I was in the time BC, now I'm in AD, and we're going to Port Boniface. And in Port Boniface, we're going to steal some grass. Wow, I got caught on the first try. I need to kill a guard. There we go. Guards are the only things in this game that carry keys, and of course, keys are important. They're the only things that unlock doors. I'm going to negate time there. You'll see some other creatures like that guard still wandering around. That is because he's not hostile, so I have to actually attack in order to get the guard's attention. Otherwise, firing the cannons of the ships does not bother anyone. The reason I'm leaving that guard behind is because that guard is invulnerable. This guy is trying... there's a lot of concepts that are coming up all at once. Every town has one invulnerable creature, and that's as annoying as it sounds. I'll show you the difference over here. You can't actually kill the invulnerable one. You can't actually hit it to cause damage, is the problem. So you can transact with things. That guy says nothing. This guy says pay your taxes. The guy that says nothing, that's the guard that can't be killed. My belief is that that is a glitch that they retconned in to say, hey, this is actually a thing, this is important. We need the keys that we stole from the guards to unlock these doors. We'll negate time so we can get around this fighter without having to fight him. Board the plane and launch. And now we are going to Australia. Going to Australia because there's a time door here that will take me to the Time of Legends. This is Shadowguard, Minax's castle. We're going to lead all the guys away from it. And, I just missed my time gate. It's okay, we'll pass turns. There we go. We're now in the aftermath. One of the things that Minax did when she messed up the timeline was cause a nuclear war to happen. So the only surviving place is Pirates Harbor. Pirates Harbor is definitely no real place in the world. This is not the KGB. That is not the CCCP. This is not the USSR. We're going to steal a boat and then use that to get over the CCCP test launch and go into space. This is the only break I get in the run. We need to go to Xeno Iako. Oh, I went to the wrong place. 943 is nowhere. I typed the wrong button. 946 is where I want to go, which is Uranus. It didn't matter. I was going off into deep space anyway. Oh my goodness. All right. I just had some water. Now we need to land. Landing is fun. If I miss the open terrain, I'm dead. Instantly. Like that. Look at that. What a great way to demonstrate the problems with this game. Let's run into all of them. All right. Fortunately, that's not a huge time loss. It would be more of an issue if I was, again, I have lost runs to that. I have to do a landing. I have to do 3 landings. I don't usually crash on Uranus, though. I usually crash on Earth when I'm going back. This story is crazy, yeah.
My mind is blown.
Well, fantastic. That's kind of the idea. The hyperwarp, yeah, I'm going to end up off in deep space. It's supposed to be random, that you just randomly wind up off in deep space, but actually what it is, how did I mistype that? 135. What's going on here? Oh, no. There we go. It went to the right place. And I will focus and land. There we go. Okay, this is the town of New Jester. All these jesters have an AI script of pursue. It means they want to get as close as possible to me, but not attack me, as opposed to hostile, which is want to get as close as possible to me and attack me. These guys, well, nobody likes jesters, right? I hope, because I'm going to shoot them with cannons. Now, again, the difference between the fire command and the attack command. No one gets upset when you fire cannons at things. They all get upset if you attack them. If I hit something, of course, I mean, there are no guards here, so the guards won't switch to hostile. But if I hit something with an attack, that thing that I hit will switch to hostile. But the actual, there are no guards to do it as well here. But if I fire cannons at it, they don't care. They just stand there and get shot with cannons. They don't even fight back. This is what we found fairly recently. And when I say fairly recently, I mean between the time I submitted this run and today. We found this grind fairly recently, and it took 2 minutes off the world record time. This grind alone. Otherwise, again, we're killing that poor thief 300 times instead of about 140. Fire. And there's that one jester. That's if the cannons miss, that's the immortal jester. That's the one that can't be killed. My number here that I'm looking for is 1,250. I need 500 gold to buy the ring. More on that later. And I need more money to boost my hit points. Now, I also have to kill 2 Lords British, which means that I'm going to be I'm going to be grinding a little higher than that. We're going to be grinding to about twice that, to about 2,500 gold. There's some chat going on. I can't stop to read chat, unfortunately. I want to. I totally want to, but I can't. If I miss a step here, the problem is the game will only save on Earth. So, if I screw up here and get killed, I have to go back and steal another rocket.
What?
So, yeah, the game only saves on Earth.
You weren't kidding when you said this game was just unfair.
yeah, that's totally unfair. Well, also, like I said, that food number ticks down. You can totally save accidentally in a spot where you can't possibly win. If that food number ticks down low enough, and you wind up loading, or you wind up walking into town with, say, only 3 food left, and the game auto saves the moment you go into town, you can't get to a place to get food in time before you die. I mean, when I explain things like that, and then I say, there's all sorts of obtuse and obscure hints, and I mean, I know where everything is, but if I were trying to talk to people to actually find out stuff, there's very little actual real information in the game. Everything is very obscure. Everything is weird and twisted. The documentation is poor. And then I say this game is a 1980s game produced by Sierra Online, and you start to make the association with King's Quest and Space Quest, and okay, now all of a sudden, instant unfair deaths make sense. Unwinnable states. Okay, yeah, we've done this before.
It's a very familiar song and dance.
I'm sure. Yeah, if I wasn't going to kill Lord British, I would have ended my grind. But I'm going to kill Lord British, 2 of them, in fact, so I need more hit points, because Lord British hits like a tank. One of the fun things about this game is, one of the reasons the guards are so dangerous is because they're townsfolk. And townsfolk, when you're in a town, do an additional 100 hit points of damage every time they hit you. Right? So you can see my hit points are 802. Townsfolk will automatically do 100 hit points of damage plus whatever normal damage they would do based on their usual damage rolls. In castles, that being Lord British's castle in BC and AD timelines, as well as Lord British's castle in BC and AD, and Castle Baritaria, which we're going to be visiting next, and Shadowguard, which is Minax's castle, which is the last place of the game. In those places, enemies do an additional 200 points of damage. So, yeah, I need a lot of hit points if I'm going to beat up Lord British. Because his guards are going to do 200 points of damage to me, and he will do 200 points of damage to me. Good. When I see the miss, I know that's where the invulnerable jester is. There we go. We can run out from here. This is like this game. I used to say 60% grind by volume. It's still pretty bad for that. Just run around. Any fun and interesting donations come in there, Dave?
Nothing at the moment, but if
No.
I may, I'd like to tell the people what we're doing here.
Please do. I'm going to be killing jesters for a couple more minutes yet anyway.
All right. Well, you're currently watching Speedrun Ragnarok, and we're proud to benefit Take This again this year. Take This seeks to offer perspective and hope to anyone who feels overwhelmed with the mental health issues so they do not suffer in silence. If you would like some more information, please visit takethis.org. So far, we've raised $1,287, working our way to our first goal of 2,000. Up to 10,000 is what we're looking for. Get your donations in, ! Donate in the chat. If you want to see the schedule, ! Schedule. And we do have some interesting prizes for this Monday. We have Speedrun Ragnarok golf balls.
Ooh.
A Hope Shield from Take This by Wormwood, and it is quite beautiful. And you can possibly win Golf with Your Friends Steam code or Magical Battle Festa Magical Girl Ion Steam code.
You got me. I play games from the 80s, man.
Oh, this game's older than me.
It's not older than me, unfortunately.
But yeah, so go ahead and get those donations in. Fun things you can do. You could have the host say watermelon as many times as you could fit it into the comment section.
There you go. Hey, that's an idea. Yeah, definitely donate. This is a good cause. This is a good marathon. This is a group of fun people. So if you're enjoying yourself, by all means, we're basically busking up here, so give money.
Don't make these poor jesters die for nothing.
Oh, believe me, if you watch my runs, I'm doing this one. I'm doing Ultima 1 later today in the evening. I'm doing Ultima 3 Wednesday morning. The jesters are gonna fall. Nobody likes jesters in the Age of Darkness. Hey, I'm gonna have to stop and get a little more food. We'll go over to Jack in the Box, which is what it says over here. And we'll try and steal a bit. And we'll buy... Yeah, that's more than enough. Oh, hello. You're tracking me. And you're done. Thank you.
Speaking of Ultima 1,
yeah,
we still have an incentive open for it to annoy Lord British.
To annoy Lord British. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. It turns out that Lord British got the invulnerability code right for Ultima 1. And unfortunately, I did not know until I was testing it out that I couldn't actually kill him. So I will stand there and shoot at him for a while. This is Castle Baritaria, Ozzy's place. I have enough hit points that I don't actually need to go talk to Ozzy, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's safer. Every time I talk to him, he takes 50 gold out of my bank account and gives me 300 hit points. I stop at 5,000 because after 5,000, he'll only give me 200 hit points a pop, and I'm going to have to go talk to Lord British anyway. I'm going to punch this guard in the face. I'm going to negate time and walk around him. And we're going to go up here. We need to talk to Father Antos, who's right there. He gives me his blessing. He says, return and claim the ring. And if you don't know what that means, that's okay. The game doesn't particularly care if you know what that means or not. But we're going to go and do that. This is the most dangerous landing I have to worry about. We're going to hyperwarp to the coordinates 666, which I'm sure is not symbolic in any way.
Means nothing.
Means nothing whatsoever. That's the coordinates of Earth. And I have the most dangerous landing to do here, which is there. Just made it. And I just wait for my time gate back to the modern era. 1990, I believe, is the date the game gives. Here's where I left my boat. Here's New San Antonio again. And if you talk to a bunch of people, eventually someone will tell you, I cannot even remember who, that an old man under a tree has a ring. So we go through these doors, and there's a tree, and we offer him 500 gold, and he just gives us the ring. So if you talk to him without offering money, he just says, "I am an old man." But again, this is a Sierra game, so what do you want? Now, we have to go kill the Lord British. Here's London. Here's our first Lord British. How many strange coins have I got? 4. Okay. I may have to reload after killing either Lord British. All right. Once I hit him, the guards start coming at me. He turns hostile when I hit him. And he should take 10 hits. There we go. 1 Lord British down. Nice. I'm going to try and get out without getting killed here. Okay, yeah, I'm probably going to have to reload after my second Lord British, but that's okay. I need this time gate here, which will take me back to the past, the BC era, where we started the game. Lord British is still reigning. This is where his reign began, I guess, 3,000 years in the past, and we can talk to him, get hit points, and we're going to attack him. Once I hit him, the guards start coming. Get some hit points back. Yeah, I can still talk to him, get my hit points back. There we go. And I might not be able to get out of here. This is the one worry, because I don't have any more strange coins. And like I said, watch the guards pummel me. I did it. All right. Both Lord Britishes successfully destroyed.
Nice.
And now I just need to wait for my time gate back to the AD era. And yeah, we need more hit points than that. There is a bare minimum requirement of 2,700 hit points. And I will explain that in a minute. And also, I need to go... I never did buy a phaser. You know what? We're not going to worry about it. We're not going to buy the phaser. We're just going to pump my hit points as high as I can. There.
Do have a donation for you.
Ooh, a donation. Hit me.
We have $10 from Local 1. Thanks for playing one of the more interesting and obscure games in the Ultima series.
Oh, my pleasure. If I could remember my geography, it'd be easier. There we go. Time of Legends again. This is where Shadowguard is. All those monsters I kited away. Oh, hello. That was unfair. All right. These ring, the ring protects from field. See that? Ring protects from field. Those fields do 1,000 points of damage if you don't have the ring. 3. And those guys are chasing me down. They're going to go get trapped in the apothecary. Now I'm going to steal some grass until I get all the other guards on my tail. That's not a guard. I'm looking for the Balrons. There they are. There's one Balron. I'm going to make sure the other 2 Balrons come up here into the torture chamber. Hello, there they are. And I've got to get the other 2 into the museum. There they are. 1. Whoop, stepping up too high. And now it's a clean run to Minax. Timer, get ready on the, I think it's 10th hit, because I didn't go and buy a phaser. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay. I think I need to do 10 hits. Whatever the case, when the last hit happens, you'll know. The last hit on Minax is the end of the game. All right. So Minax throws magic missiles. Whenever I'm within 3 squares of her, she will hit me for 100 points of damage. I have to hit her. I have to do 255 damage to her. Damage in this game is set. It's a combination of your strength and your weapon. And the reason that I have specifically 34 strength and 41 agility is so that I could use a phaser. That's 41 agility is the requirement for using a phaser. And it's actually the way to get the minimum number of hits without boosting your stats. Do 9 hits to her. So I think I'm going to have to do 10, and that's 4. But having this many hit points, I'm not actually worried. I think that's pretty much it. This is the last bit to notice. So there's 5. Any questions?
Why?
Why? I don't know. That's pretty much the ultimate question in this game, really. Why is any of this? All right. That's 6. I think 6 of 10. 34 strength gives me 13 bonus points of damage. And when did I first decide to run this game and what made me want to run it? That's a really good question. I I mean, I've always been since I started to hit speedrunning. I've been interested in doing it, and I love old games. Should be 2 more hits. So I don't know why specifically this one. I think Revenge is probably. Thank you. Balrons can do a sleep spell at a range of 2 squares, so that one can actually hit me over the wall like that. It's really annoying. So yeah, I think probably Revenge. Yeah, this should be 1 more hit. If you're interested, we do have a Discord. Ultima Speedrunners really could use. We're lovely people. Well, I mean, most of them are lovely people, but I'm also involved. And there it is, time. So we get this lovely end scene, and it just loops forever, and that's the game.
GG.
Thank you. So, well, I had some trouble stealing. I had 1 crash landing. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, I'm responding to chat. And, no, it was a good run. I'm happy with that. I hope I didn't go over time. 2 Lords British met their end. And, yeah.
You crushed it with a 27:55.
Wow, hey, good. About 10 minutes over world record, but hey, I wasn't playing for world record, so. No, like I said, when I first submitted it, I know there's a lot of places the RNG can go wrong. Trying to steal weapons at the beginning. Not too long ago, I had, I think it was even while I was derusting, I started to run up, and I think I killed 25 runs at that first steal before I got a phaser. So yeah, game just doesn't care. But I have turned around and I have taken control of it. So there we go. For what it's worth.
So much running it.
Well, thank you for having me. Big thank you to the RPG Valkyries for putting this on and for making it open for someone like me. And big shout out to my friends at the Ultima Speedrunners, who are always supportive and always helpful and have found lots of interesting things and are great for bouncing ideas off of. Hopefully we see more people coming and joining us on. That would be great. And there's a lot more Ultima in this run. I think we've got 6 games. Oh, I'm hearing noises.
There are quite a few Ultima runs in the marathon this time around. And I can't wait to watch them.
Oh, great. Well, hopefully we'll see you again tonight.
Yeah. But for right now, that's going to do it for me, at least. I have been your host for this graveyard shift for myself. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. We really appreciate it. Please stick around. It'll be all week. I myself will be back also tomorrow morning. Stick around. Next up, we have a run of BioShock Infinite by Jarko. So please hang out and check, stick around, and we'll be back ever so shortly.